Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. We talked the whole night through. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. In the morning. Good morning, folks. How are you? Welcome to the coffee break. Blue Witch presents coffee break with Laura González. That's me. I'm Laura González, and I welcome you to the coffee break today on a Friday, June 20th. Um, we are this close to getting into the summer solstice. I was gonna say spring equinox. No, that was 40 days ago, or how many days ago? 60, 90, whatever. 90 days ago, give or take. Anyway, um, welcome to the coffee break. Today we're doing Tarot for the Weekend, and we have the B Tarot by Christopher Hughes. We have the Unbridled Spirit Tarot by Tina Tack Anderson, and we're gonna do the classic Rider Waite Smith in between, and maybe some oracles. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see where the wind the wind blows. We'll see where it takes us. But for now, I want to say a very, very merry and happy solstice, summer solstice to all who will observe and celebrate solstices, equinoxes, and the end of the calendar year. I figure are the few times on the year when humans are agreeing on something. So we all agree that we welcome the sun on the north and that they welcome the darkness on the south hemisphere. And yeah, that the earth keeps turning and the sun keeps affecting us, and that we are so infinitesimally small that we shouldn't be worrying about whose colors, whose territories, whose fight, whose imaginary starry sky friend, who's thin or skinny or fat or, you know. We are tiny Whovians in the Who rock going around the Who sun, you know. Anyway, a very, very happy summer solstice to y'all. Hi, Patricia. May the divine let us see what we need to see and that information be used for the greater good. First card for today, we have the Ten of Jars reverse. Hello, Bashful Biscuits. Bashful Biscuits always reminds me of, I know I said it all the time. It reminds me of cats making biscuits. Making biscuits, making biscuits. No, that's making Christmas. So this is the card that we have, the Ten of Jars. However, it was reversed. So let's see what the meaning of that is. One of two things is happening. On one hand, there is discord and disruption in the home. Arguments and disagreements abound, and the situation is getting out of control. There might not be any going back from this, and the answer might well be to leave that situation behind. On the other hand, it highlights that you need to stop and actually Take notice of what you have around you rather than taking it all for granted. I think either way is a good message for us to like really pause and see what's going on. So 10 of jars reverse. One of two things is happening. On one hand, there is discord and disruption in the home, arguments and disagreements abound, and the situation is getting out of control. There might not be any going back from this, and the answer might well be to leave that situation behind. Or, on the other hand, it highlights that you need to stop and actually take notice of what you have around you rather than taking it all for granted. And it's funny because I was just talking about us being little specks of dust living on a rock, throwing on space, going around the sun. And not only we're on a rock, but this rock is it's a little wobbly. It wibble wobbles and it does a lot of movements. You know? Anyway, meow, bashful biscuits. Uh, I like the day like that I think about. I don't know, is that related to the name? Is the name related to cats making biscuits at all? Because I know what bashful means and I know what biscuits means, but you know, in my head, I guess when you're bilingual, you make whatever images in your head. They say, no, I'm just shy. I get it. I get it. All right. Let's see what the celebration of love has for us today. Innocence. Making Christmas, making Christmas. Innocence. And guess what? I opened the booklet exactly on the card of innocence. And I cannot read. So, here it is. Innocence. Innocence. You are being inspired to meditate on incidents in your childhood that have held you stuck in current time. Hold the hand of your inner child and go back there to bless and resolve those incidents. Forgive all persons involved for what lessons it brought to you now. You are being inspired to meditate on incidents in your childhood that have held you stuck in current time. Hold the hand of your inner child and go back there to bless and resolve those incidents. Forgive all persons involved for what lessons it brought to you now. That sounds to me very close to spiritual bypassing, so take it with a grain of salt and make adjustments to all my readings and to everything I say, really, because who am I? I'm just a person. But yeah, I don't quite often like to that narrative of thinking what has been done to you as we have to be grateful that we have this because it makes us this and that. I think we were always resilient, we were always smart, we were always important, and then the things that happen to us just bring that up, you know. But anyway, that is just my opinion. Richard, hello, hello, hello. All right, let's see what the Rider Waite Smith has for us today. There's one and two. And now I have that song of Making Christmas stuck in my head. Making Christmas. So this is interesting because we have two cards. They're both reversed, but they're both talking about liberation. They are both talking about liberation. So first of all, we have the Hanging Man, right? The Hanging Man that is usually upside down. When the Hangman reverses, it tells us that we are on the mend physically, that we're physically feeling better, uh, coming into better health, better habits, that we are no longer held back by vices or behavior that don't necessarily serve our best um, health. You know, it sometimes is related to health, but also it's telling us that whatever sacrifice, listen to this, whatever sacrifice we were making for the any given outcome, right now we're being told like, hey, you don't have to be actively on that sacrificial space. You know, you don't need to sacrifice yourself anymore. So that's card number one. Card number two is the Six of Coins, which is also reversed. Hello, Rosa Posada. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday to you as well. And happy solstice, as I was saying earlier. The summer solstice is actually at 9:40 Central tonight. Whatever that is for you is has to be like 7 p.m., 7:40. But anyway, the Six of Coins reverse, which is telling us not only that we don't need to make the sacrifices anymore, but also that we can splurge a little, that we can invest in ourselves, that we can share our wealth, that we're stable enough that we can share a little, you know, or help others. And and I am also reflecting on the fact, right, that you can help others, and it makes you feel very, very happy. It makes you feel very fulfilled in life. And it also helps you reflect that if you have enough to help others, you are not as bad as society might want to think, what as society might make you think that you are. You know, when we have an extra cup of water to quench the thirst of our neighbor, we are on the other side. Speaking of quenching thirsts, thirsts, I want to tell you about the community circle that is happening on Friday. I'm sorry, community circle that is happening on Sunday. Sunday the 22nd, 7 p.m. Community circle. We get together. We reflect on our life. We will be talking about solstice, obviously, this month. And just to remind you that we're not here to fix anybody. We're not here to give advice to anybody. We get together to hold space for each other and to speak our truth, either grievances, blessings, or anything and everything in between. Or solstice plans, right? What are your solstice plans? How is your garden growing, etc. So that will be Sunday at 7 p.m. Pay what you can. You can pay 13, 20, or 26, and we will get together on Sunday, celebrating the Sunday, the solstice, summer solstice. And whoa, speed. Speed is the card from the elemental oracles. Woo! Rosa Posada says, I'm in charge of organizing the block party in my street. That sounds like fun. Have all the fun, my friend. So speed is our elemental oracle card for today. Making Christmas, making Christmas. So speed, savor the experiences of your life. Be mindful and aware of the speed in which you do activities such as eating and working. Excuse me. Do not waste time, but understand the discernment of taking quality time. Savor the experiences of your life. Be mindful and aware of the speed in which you do activities such as eating and working. Do not waste time, but understand the discernment of taking quality time. So that is the card of speed. You know, when you only need the glasses for reading, it really is annoying because then when you're done reading, you have to take them off. And then when you're going to read again, you got to put them back on. And so if you're in Chicago, excuse me. What the heck? If you're in Chicago, we're going to have a heat wave this weekend. 100 degree temperatures starting tomorrow at 10 a.m. And all I have to say is please be very mindful of keeping yourself hydrated and healthy and in the shade if possible, because it's gonna get nasty hot. And we haven't had that nasty hot in Chicago in a long time. So remember your basics, drink a lot of water, stay in the shade, don't go out if you don't have to. Um, drink a lot of water, drink a lot of water, drink a lot of water, drink a lot of water. And yeah, take care of yourself. Please take care of yourself. All right, my loves. Last card for today. Unbridled Spirit Tarot. Excuse me. Before we go, I just want to thank you for whoever has sent us tips. Blue Witch at Venmo at Blue Witch. Cash App $0 Blue Witch 1. Zelle Blue Witch at bluewitch.org. You can also hire me for tarot readings, for ceremonies, for energy work, for spell work, cleansings. Did I say cleansings? And all kinds of stuff, dream interpretation, pendulum, etc., etc., etc. With that said, last card for today, we have, ooh, Four of Wands. If I'm not mistaken, this is going to talk about the Mexican charra, because that's what it looks like. Four of Wands. And they came right side up too. I knew it. It's called escaramuza. Oh, let me show you the big photograph, the big illustration. You ever seen the Mexican women doing the horse riding? I'm so sorry. Suddenly I got a Kermit the Frog in my throat. Okay. Whirling with excitement, the escaramuza is a fast-paced display of precise step and meticulous timing, a true celebration of teamwork. As the crowd cheers rise, the charras are filled with happiness for the work they have completed and those who have been by their side helping and encouraging them. The spirit of the Four of Wands is full of joy for your wonderful relationships and the harmony surrounding you. Take time to bask in that support and allow your soul to be light and free. That is a wonderful card, as Rosa pointed out. So, I'm sure, Rosa, you and I have seen the scaramuzas live and in person. And if you are not Mexican or Mexican American or of Mexican descent and you never seen the scaramuzas, Google it so you can see how beautiful this art is. So, whirling with excitement, the escaramuza is a fast-paced display of precise steps and meticulous timing, a true celebration of teamwork. As the crowd cheers rise, the charras are filled with happiness for the work they have completed, and those who have been by their side, helping and encouraging them. The spirit of the Four of Wands is full of joy for your wonderful relationships and the harmony surrounding you. Take time to bask in that support and allow your soul to be light and free. All right, my friends. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for your support. Thank you for coming to my classes. Thank you for sending tips, and thank you for keeping me busy. And like I say, if you cannot hire me, a tip will work, especially now that there is no work. There is no tip that is too small. So you want to buy me a coffee, a $5 tip will do it. Thank you all for watching, and until we meet again, never forget that you are loved. Bye bye.